The greatest treasure everyone will have is the fear of God. Good morning, you're welcome to Daily Dose. On this episode, I bring you a word from the Lord, Isaiah 33 from verse 5 to 6. It says, how great the Lord is. He rules over everything. He will fill Jerusalem with justice and integrity and give stability to the nation. He always protects these people and gives them wisdom and knowledge. Their greatest treasure is their reverence for the Lord. The greatest treasure everyone will have is the fear of God. In another version of Isaiah 11, it spoke about the seven spirits of God. One of the seven spirits of God is the fear of the Lord. Any nation who fears the Lord, which means they reverence the Lord. You see the United States, for instance, you will see that in their national anthem, you will see that fear of the Lord in it. The new national anthem of the Nigerian national anthem, you will see that the fear of the Lord is written inside of it. Now, if a nation makes that one of the biggest ethos that we fear the Lord by serving humanity, you will see God show up for that particular nation. And so when he says how great is the Lord, he rules over everything. The wisdom of man will still be the wisdom of man. But when God shows up, he shows up with his might and with his power. And when he says he will fill Jerusalem with justice and integrity, everywhere you see the presence of God, you would always find justice, you would always find integrity. It is God that gives stability to a nation. And he would always protect his people and give them wisdom and gives them knowledge. You will see that part of the seventh spirit of God is wisdom. Another spirit of God is knowledge. Another spirit of God is understanding and the reverence for the Lord. Anyone who reverence God will have access to his wisdom. When you reverence God, you have access to his knowledge. When you reverence God, you have access to his understanding. All of these things are things that sustains our spirit, our soul, and our body. When we have access to these things, we are blessed by God to enter into his presence, and he will give stability to a nation. When a man decides to reverence God in everything they do, stability comes into the works of their hands. And reverencing God is not that you're shuddering and you're shaking. Reverencing God is that whenever he says something, you obey him. You know, the difference between King Saul and King David is that reverence for God. Saul was more particular about being a king and owning a kingdom. David was more particular about the fear of God. He says in his word, he says, take everything away from me, but give me God. Which means that the presence of God to him is much more important than any kingdom on the face of the earth. And so we must be very conscious to carry God, to obey him, and to do his will. This is what Jesus said. He says, it is written in the volume of the book that I may do your will. Even when it was at the point of going on the cross, he says, my will is that this thing should pass over, but I will submit myself to your will. When he was teaching the disciples on how to pray, let your will be done. Any man who can look up to him and ask him that his will be done in all sincerity of purpose, and the will of God is established in that person's life, that person will see the glory of God manifest in their life. This is what we know without any iota of doubt in our lives, that a man who submits to the will of God will eventually see stability, will eventually see the justice and the integrity of God in his life. So today, my call to you is this: seek to reverence him, seek to obey him, and he will honor you and bring into your life things you have no idea about. I hope this has helped you this morning. Until tomorrow, when I bring you another word from the Lord on the Daily Dose. And if you're here for the first time, please like, share, and subscribe. For those who've been here, you know what to do. God bless you.